8 reasons you are waking up mid-sleep and how to fix them. 1 minute you are snoozing peacefully, the next you are wide awake in the dead of night. Sound familiar? Unless you are blessed enough to count out like the most determined of logs, you may have experienced this form of sleeplessness before. Waking up during the night is not uncommon. A study of 8937 people in sleep medicine estimates that about a third of American adults wake up in the night at least 3 times a week, and over 40% of that group might have trouble falling asleep again. So what's causing you to wake up in the middle of the night and how you can stop it from happening? There are 8 common reasons plus you can do get a good night rest. Number 1. Your room is too hot, cold, noisy or bright. Your arousal threshold, meaning how easy it is for something to wake up you, varies depending on what sleep stages you are in. Rita Ward, MD, a sleep medicine physician at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, tells Cell, when you sleep, your body cycles through different sleep stages 1, 2, 3, 4 and rapid eye movement. The first stage of sleep is the lightest. Dr. Oud explains that when you are most likely to startle awake because a door slams, a passing car headlights shine into your window, or because of some other environmental factor like your room being too hot or cold. Ideally, your room should be dark, comfortably cool and quiet when you sleep. This might not all be under your control, but do what you can, like using earplugs and an eye mask to block out errant noise and light, or buying a fan if your room is stifling. Number 2. You have anxiety. Anxiety can absolutely wake you up at night. Physician in New York tells Cell, in fact, trouble sleeping is one of the most common symptoms of an anxiety disorder according to the Mayo Clinic. That's because you can experience anxiety-induced issues that are severe enough to rouse you, like a galloping heartbeat or nightmares. Additionally, there are people who may experience what you are called nocturnal panic attack, meaning they may have transient episodes of intense panic that wake up them from their slumber. Dr. Okaki Igbokwe says, if your anxiety regularly wakes you up, doctor recommends mentioning it to your doctor. You should be able to help you get a handle on any underlying anxiety or panic disorder at play. Doing so may involve cognitive behavior therapy, anti-anxiety medication, or a combination of two. Meditation or deep breathing exercises can also sometimes alleviate symptoms in some people. Number 3. Your full bladder can't wait until the morning. Now, a condition that's generally viewed as getting up to pee at least once during the night, though some experts say that's not often enough to qualify, appears to be fairly common. A study in International Neurology Journal found that out of the 856 people survived, around 33% of women and 29% of men experienced nocturia. Causes of nocturia includes drinking too much fluid before bedtime, urinary tract infections, and an overactive bladder. Per the Cleveland Clinic, untreated type 1 and type 2 diabetes may also be a factor. Having too much sugar in your bloodstream forces your body to extract fluid from your tissues, making you thirsty and possibly prompting you to drink and pee more, according to Mayo Clinic. If cutting back on your evening fluid intake doesn't reduce your number of nightly bathroom trips, consult a doctor for other possible explanation. Number 4. You had a couple of alcoholic drinks. Sure, alcohol can make it easy to drift off when you are, say, on a friend's couch instead of tucked into your bed, but it has also a tendency to cause fickle sleep. This is because alcohol can play around with your sleep stages in various ways. For instance, it seems as though alcohol is associated with more stage 1 sleep than unusual in the second half of the night. Remember, stage 1 sleep is the period in which you are most likely to wake up due to environmental factors. So if you are looking for quality sleep through the night rest, it's worth taking a look at how much alcohol you are consuming. Everyone metabolizes alcohol different depending on factors like genetics, diet, and body size. However, Alexia Gaffney Adams, MD, a board-certified internist at Stony Brook Medicine, recommends that people stop drinking at least 3 hours before going to bed to give their bodies time to process the alcohol. Since drinking often happens at night, we realize that can be optimistic time cushion. Based on your personal factors and how much you drank, you might be not need that much, but having some kind of buffer and drinking plenty of water so you are more likely dose in moderation may prevent alcohol from interfering with your sleep. Also, doctor notes that drinking alcohol too soon before bed will make you need to pee, increasing the likelihood you will wake up in the night to use the bathroom double whammy that one. Number 5. You have got sleep apnea. If you find yourself jolting awake and feeling like you need to catch your breath, sleep apnea might be the culprit. The disorder shows that add or stops your breathing while you are asleep. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, the muscle in your throat relaxes too much, much, which narrows your airway, causing your oxygen levels to drop, the Mayo Clinic explains. If you have central sleep apnea, your brain doesn't send the right signal to the muscle controlling your breathing, again causing with potentially harmful drop in oxygen. Complex sleep apnea features characterized of both conditions. To diagnose sleep apnea, your doctor may have to do an overnight sleep study that monitor your breathing according to the Mayo Clinic. The most common treatment for sleep apnea is a conscious positive airway pressure machine, which is basically a mask you wear during sleep to help keep your airway open. But your doctor can help you explain the alternatives if necessary. Number 6. You have an overactive thyroid gland. This gland controls the function of several other organs. It creates too much of the hormone thyroxine, which can have ripple effects on many different systems in your body according to Mayo Clinic. Common symptoms of an overactive thyroid include trouble sleeping, an increased heart rate, sweating, anxiety, tremors, and more. Your primary care physician or an endocrinologist can test your blood to evaluate your hormones level. If you do have any overactive thyroid, your doctor can walk you through the potential ways of treating it, including medications to slow your thyroid's hormones production and beta blocker to reduce symptoms like a wild heartbeat. Number 7. You ate right before bedtime, or you didn't eat recently enough before you went to sleep. Eating too heavy for a meal too close to bedtime and can make it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. One potential reason behind this is acid reflux, which is when your stomach acid moves up into your throat and causes painful nighttime heartburn. And if you eat food right before bed and makes you glassy, the resulting abdominal pain could drag you out of the dreamland too. On the flip side, going too long without eating before you sleep and can cause the type of insomnia. There is this, Dr. Owen says, there is the simple fact that your growling, cramping stomach can wake you up. Hunger could also mess with your blood pressure, blood sugar while you sleep, especially if you have diabetes. Going too long without eating can provoke hypoglycemia, which is when your blood pressure drops too low. This can lead to restless sleep per the Cleveland Clinic, along with issues like weakness or shaking, dizziness, and confusion. Although hypoglycemia can help to anyone, it's much more likely in people with diabetes. If you have the condition, work with your doctor on a plan for keeping your blood sugar stable, including during sleep. Number 8. You have restless legs syndrome. Restless leg syndrome, or RLS, may make your lower extremities feel like they are throbbing, itching, pulling, or crawling, among other sensations, according to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. If you have RLS, you will also feel an uncomfortable urge to move your legs. These symptoms are most common during the evening and night and become more intense during periods of inactivity, like you guessed it, sleep. Experts are not totally sure you cause RLS, but it seems as though there is a hereditary factor in the mix, according to the NINDS. Researchers are also investigating load issues with dopamine and neurotransmitter your muscle need to work correctly may cause RLS. Sometimes there are other underlying issues bringing out RLS as well, such as iron deficiency. After diagnosing you with RLS via questions and lab exams, your doctor may prescribe medications to increase your dopamine levels or other drugs, such as muscle relaxants. They may also be able to counsel you on home remedies to soothe your muscle, like warm baths.